Hello everybody, my name is Zach, aka the Weather Gamer, bringing you week 1 of PCF, Phoenix Cup Federation, Moltres Division. Again, if you guys didn't check out the draft recap, I am in the Moltres Division, which is the D-League of PCF. I know I played in the main league last season, but Shadow upped his competition to the point where you'd probably watch me go 0-12, maybe 1-11 versus the 2-10 from season 1. So moved me down to D. It's fine with me. That's a chance for me to get better before I get back up into Ho-Oh, because I am going to get back up into Ho-Oh someday. That's my goal, is to get back up into Ho-Oh. So anyways, week 1 versus Renegin and the Rhode Island Regis. Renegin is also a new coach to WWC. So looking forward to this because he's in WWC Maine. So it'll be nice to see, like, firsthand battling him. This week I have, you can see the 6 that I think he's bringing. He's got a very scary team, we'll talk about that here. But again, team I'm rocking with, the Sand team of Excadrill, T-Tar, Rhode and Wash, Mandibuzz, Shaman, Rabombi, Salazzle, Uxie, Gallade, Stoutland, and Mega Garchomp. His team, let's see here, is Victini, Manaphy, Landorus, Ferrothorn, Como-O, Swellow, Araquanid, Mesprit, Electabuzz, Roselia, and Standard, or Mega Gallade. I have Standard Gallade. So I do not like this matchup at all. As you guys can see, I didn't even bring my Sand core. The one thing that my team is incredibly weak to, and still incredibly weak to, is fighting type Pokemon. And Renegin has 2 of the biggest fighting types that, like, just blow me back in Mega Gallade and Como-O, both of which will just rip through my team. So I had to take a very, very, very precautious run this time. I did not bring any Sand. Most of my team is slow and defensive just because my offense has to sit on the bench this week. Shadow mentioned bringing Salazzle at one point, but when I started doing calcs, everything seemed to just wall Salazzle, and I don't have a good chance to set up with Salazzle in front of him. Of those 6 down below that I think he brings, he's definitely bringing both fighting types. Like, they just run through my team. Victini has a decent matchup outside of Sand, which he has covered, so Victini doesn't have too much to fear. Ferrothorn is a defensive nightmare that's just going to sit in front of my team unless I bring Salazzle. Manaphy checks Salazzle, also extremely good at checking my Sand, especially if it's running the Water MZ Rain Dance to boost its speed, to try and set up that way. And then the one that I'm debating is Mesprit versus Lando. Like, he could just bring Sandforce Lando, because that's what it's allowed, is Sandforce. And just, like, I could see it coming to exploit my Sand, or I could see Mesprit as kind of his rocker. If he doesn't want dual hazard stack on Pharaoh, Mesprit also could just be utility to be annoying, that sort of thing. I don't know. I'm debating between Mesprit and Lando. I'm prepped for both, but I'm debating between the 2. So, like I said, my team is slow. My team is defensive this week. That's kind of just how it has to be, because I can't bring my offense to this game. So, give me a second. My brother decided he needed my scale because he's trying to cast Infinity Stones. My brother's trying to cast the Infinity Stones out of resin, so he needs my scale that I have to measure out the parts. So yeah, I may have an Infinity Gauntlet that is better than this one shortly. I promise I won't snap anybody out of existence. That sort of thing. Anyways, so defensive. I'm bringing Mandibuzz here. It is max HP, 144 bold defense. or impish defensive minus special attack, not bold minus attack, because I kind of need the attack investment. Roost, Foul Play, Brave Bird, U-turn. This thing punishes anything that wants to hit me hard, like the Glade, like the Komao. Victini with Bolt Strike, Choice Band hurts. I live a hit, but barely. The Rocky Helmet is there to punish things that want to hit me. This is basically my physical wall to check Glade and Komao. If Glade tries to SD, I should still live the hit, I believe. Let me run the calc real quick. I had to really build... I was building most of this team to stop Glade and Komao from the defensive side. Oh, I already put them in. Mandibuzz. Custom set versus Glade. Just standard Swords Dance. So yeah, so a CC does 42 to 49% to me. My Foul Play does 69 to 82, or I Brave Bird him for 75 to 89. And at +2 attack, it's a roll as long as I don't have rocks up on me. It's a chip roll to take that hit, that 83 to 92. And then obviously my Foul Play hits him back and kills him. Probably that's it for Mandibuzz. The reason I am invested offensively here, the 68 attack and why I'm impish, not bold nature, is for Komao. Offensive utility, I guarantee the kill. If it's the utility one, if it's the belly drum set, or especially defensive, it's a roll, but it's a roll in my favor. I got a, not in my favor, but it's a 19% chance to 2-ko if I can get chip on him. Obviously, Dragon Tail's the best he can do to me on this set. If he's the B-drum sweeper set. Again, this Brave Bird comfortably 2-kos versus it's guaranteed 2-ko versus Komao. So Mandibuzz is here to take on these two big boys. Like even a Thunder Punch doesn't do a lot. At if Komao gets to +6 though, I'm screwed. Like I can live the Drain Punch, but I can't live the Thunder Punch, and even at max defense, I couldn't live a Thunder Punch. It still did. It was still guaranteed an OHKO at +1. So Mandibuzz is here to take on the Komao and the Glade. Like I said, Victini with a Choice Band hurts. It's a guaranteed 2-ko, but my Foul Play does 2-ko back. So I am leaning very, very hard on Mandibuzz this week to take out his top 3 threats. And I kind of need it to take on Ferrothorn. Like, it's debatable which one does better against Ferrothorn. At least I can chip and Roost while he can't recover outside of his lefties. So, I do too have an item. It's Rocky Helmet. And every time he hits me, he takes the Rocky Helmet chip. So, Mandibuzz is my defensive wall. It has to be. That's about it. U-turn is obviously for pivoting momentum. He does not have a good electric type. He has Electabuzz, which I seriously doubt comes. His main electric spam is going to be coming off that Victini. So, or if he brings Mesprit with T-Bolt. Up next, this is my offensive Mon. This and Souls, the Garchomp, are my 2 offensive Mons this week, and I should probably just rearrange these so it matches with here. There we go. So it matches the layout there. Actually, that's perfect. That does match the layout. So we are Focus Sash, Shield Dust, Rabombi. So if he tries to fake me out with Omega Glade lead, the Shield Dust will allow me to not get faked out. That's the really cool ability of Shield Dust. Secondary effects, so I can't get burned, I can't get poisoned from a Poison Jab or a Fire Punch, or frozen from an Ice Punch, or that sort of thing. So it's really nice having Shield Dust. The Focus Sash is so I can either get my webs up or get a Quiver Dance up. Moonblast and Bug Buzz are my two best stab moves. Bug Buzz for the Glade, same with Moonblast. Moonblast for the Victini, or Bug Buzz for the Victini does pretty well. Bug Buzz. Ferrothorn just walls this thing very, very hard. Manaphy doesn't want to take a Moonblast or a Bug Buzz once I get a Quiver Dance up. Mesprit doesn't take a Bug Buzz once I get Quiver Dance up. Webs are going to be very, very crucial, so if I'm forced to sack off my Sash, I'm probably going to go for Webs over a Quiver Dance, because the Webs will neutralize the Victini. If it's Scarfed, it'll take it back to base. It'll slow down the Glade. It slows down the Kommo if the Kommo tries to set up D-Dances on me. It slows down Manaphy if it tries to Z Rain Dance on me. And his only form of removal is Swellow. Looking at his team. I'm going to go look at my prep help. I do have a prep help tool that I'm using now. Graciously, Shadow let me borrow it. So I believe his only removal is Swellow. I could be wrong here, but if I can get webs up, Lando. Swellow and Lando both carry Defog. That's it. Those are his only two hazard removers. So if either one of them, Swellow probably doesn't come. Lando probably comes, but if he's carrying Defog, I'd be really, really surprised. But yeah, so that's why I want to get webs up right away, just to slow him down and allow me to beat him, because I don't have my offense with me this week at all. Like, Ribombee and Megachomp are my two offensive mons. Everything else is defensive, as you're going to see here. My Rotom here is on the defensive side. This allows me to take a Volt Strike and then fire off a Hydro back. I can Volt Switch around, obviously. The only thing stopping me is that Lando, or if he brings Electabuzz. Those are the only two things that stop me from... Actually, Electabuzz doesn't get Motor Drive. Lando's his only thing stopping me from Volt Switching around. But Lando doesn't take a Hydro Pump with 160 special attack unless he's Spadef Lando. If he's Spadef Lando, then he takes it, but he doesn't take two, and he can't really touch me back. Defog is there so I can clear hazards, because he has a lot of hazard capabilities on his side with spikes and spikes and rocks, and I don't want to get hazards, and he does have T-spikes if he brings Roselia. I don't want to get spiked or stacked because it just chips me down too fast. So Rotom is here to defog. May mean I have to compromise my webs, but hopefully not. The Aya Papa Berry, because I can live a hit from Glade at this range. Versus my Rotom Wash. So I live the CC from base at +2. I die to the CC. So I have to make sure Rotom comes in when he's not +2. Zen Headbutt also gets me at +2. But as long as he is at base and not Swords Danced up, I live the CC. If he max rolls at 78%, then my Aya Papa Berry kicks in and takes me back to 75%. Every time I'm in front of Mega Glade with this thing, regardless of if he's SD'd or not, I Will-O-Wisp, because I want to burn. Like, at burn, he only does 33 to 39% to me. So I burn, if I can burn him, or burn him on the switch in. Yes, I know he's got Aromatherapy on his team and that, but if I can burn him after he CCs me, the Aya Papa Berry kicks in, I only take like 30-some%, 40% max, so I'm still sitting at 35%, and then I can volt switch out and go into something and not have to too terribly worry about, actually he'd be -1 defense and -1 spadef. Yeah, I could volt switch, do 50% to him, and then go into like Mandibuzz or something and just threaten him out, that sort of thing. So yeah, that's the goal. That's why Rhode is carrying Will-O-Wisp. Volt switch to pivot. Hydro Pump takes out the Lando at this specific range. I am a little bit of speed, that way he can't speed creep me. No need for defensive investment, as I showed, and then defog to clear hazards. Up next we have, again, a semi-defensive Shaman with Toxic, Earth Power, Dazzling Gleam, and Tailwind. Tailwind there because I am running such slow speeds, having that +2 priority from Tail. It's +2 priority, I believe. Yeah, +2 priority in my moves is very, very nice because it beats everything that's not Scarfed for the most part, or at least helps me become closer to neutral. The bulk is to live a hit, not from Victini, but just live a hit from something else. D-Gleam will take out. We'll take out the Como and put a big chunk of damage. It's a 2-shot on damage on the Gallade. Earth Power is for the Victini switch in. If I can draw Victini in with this Shaman custom set, yeah. So close combat, I take no problem, and then I D-Gleam and basically 2-shot him. But if Victini comes in on this thing, Choice Banded Victini, like Bolt Strike or V-Crate just kills me outright. But Earth Power does 51 to 60% against a standard like banded Victini. So as long as I can catch the Victini on the switch in, I can EP it, and then I can scare it from coming in again. EP also is my best way to hit Ferrothorn on this set. Like, I lose the 1v1, obviously, but he can't Leech Seed me, he could Toxic me, that sort of thing. And that's the other reason why having Shaman here, Natural Cure, I can go in and out, in and out, in and out, and absorb statuses. So, yeah. And the special attack was so I could 2-shot Gallade and Oko. This, yes, I know I'm not carrying a Grass-type move, but Tailwind and to me is a higher priority. Do I need Toxic to Toxic things down? I don't think so. I'm gonna go Leech Seeds instead. That extra recovery could be clutch. So, or that chip. Anyways, Uxie here coming for me. It is also, this one is a bit more offensive as well. Like, I'm mainly defensive with offensive investments. Knock, Stealth Rock, Fire Punch is on Headbutt. This is probably my lead. I'm guessing he would probably lead Ferrothorn versus me. So this thing being my lead is probably the best. I can set rocks on his rocks, and then if he wants to try and spike and hazard stack me, I can just Fire Punch him. Uxie, custom set. Fire Punch is a 2-co. So I'd let him get his rocks up and then 2 layers of spikes, and then from there I'd have to immediately go into Rotom, or I could allow the rocks and then kill him before he can get his second set, or before he gets his spikes up. That's what I have to do. I have to Fire Punch twice to prevent him from getting up anything on me. So, but yeah. Zen Headbutt is for the Gallade, because this thing will sponge hits from a Gallade, and then Zen Headbutt it. This thing also, outside of Knockoff really hurts. And Zen Headbutt also hits Como really, really hard. So, again, I am building around Como and Gallade coming. I have A check to Victini. I have A check to Ferrothorn. Manaphy is still an issue. Mesprit I can handle. And finally, we have Feed Me Souls. Again, I'm running somewhat defensive Chomp here. I'm bulky Chomp with some speed. This speed is enough speed to outspeed Como-O, unless it's Scarfed Como-O, or a D-Dance variant. I do beat Como-O 1v1 with this. Speed, anyways, that's not the right move. I changed that. We are SD sub, Earthquake, Dragon Claw. I know Boom Burst goes through sub. I know that Clangorous Scales, if he's a mixed Como-O, goes through sub. So I have to be careful about that. It will be Sand Force. I don't have to Mega first turn, so that's why I'm rough. It shows Rough Skin. That's the ability for me to, again, chip if something as Garchomp comes in. I just have to watch out for an Ice-type move coming after me. The attack investment plus the SD is what I need in order to basically OHKO everything on his team. Outside of the SD, I do big damage, but I don't OHKO. With the SD, the combination of Earthquake and Dragon Claw OHKOs his entire team, which is why I only ran that amount of attack, and then the rest went to make this a very bulky Chomp. Again, I don't live an Ice move, but I live a Surf from Manaphy. Like, Mega Garchomp is surprisingly bulky, with 115 defense, 108 HP. Like, it's a very, very good bulky Mon at times. It can be. I've run bulky Chomp before, but anyways, yeah, that's going to be the team this week. Hopefully we can pick up a win. I'm not extremely confident in this week's match, but it's probably the worst case scenario for me, having to face two of the biggest fighting types that can run through my team. So, but with all that being said, thank you guys for watching. Please check out the links in the description down below. My Twitch, WWC Draft Stream, if you want to watch that, go hit the follow button, or any of my other streams, go hit that follow button for me. I think we're at 45 now. We only need 5 more to get to 50, so if we can get to that 50, that'd be amazing. That's that plateau that I was trying to hit by the end of the year, because then all I have to do is stream regularly and have a decent viewership, and I can make it to the affiliate status. Discord, Weather Gamer Discord, best place to hang out with me outside of these videos. Come join the Weather Gamer Discord. Luca, Griffin Feathers Twitch is down there, or Twitter is down there. Please go show him some love. He's the amazing artist that does all the artwork for my channel. He's also a member of WWCD now, so please go check him out. Show him some love from the Weather Gamer family. And with all that being said, I'm going to get out of here. See you guys next time.